making your day better.
In relationship to our first story, I wanted to say, so summer is coming up, not too far away. So my wife and I are thinking about, okay, what do we do with my son during the summer?
Right.
He's so used to school all day, every day. So we're looking at summer camps.
Activities for him.
Summer camps and activities. And they've got science camp and they have art camp. They don't have the kind of camp I went to when I was a kid.
Which was what?
Which was like, you go to the camp and you learn to canoe and you learn to fire a rifle. Right. Like literally, like, can you imagine a kid going to camp today and learn a gun? Here's your gun,
What are
son.
they doing in the ones that you're looking at right now?
It's all like you go to the museum and you go to the science center and all that stuff is really great, but that's stuff we do with him.
They found out how, they saw how you turned out. So they
said, well, let's not let kids do that anymore because that's going horribly awry.
But he's got a lot of energy, though. So.
He's
got a lot of energy.
Energetic is kind of like a euphemism for my son's a spaz. You go, well, he's spirited.
No, he's
enthusiastic. He's an energetic young man.
No, but he definitely needs to be able to channel that energy.
To do something outdoors. So one of the other activities that one does at camp, and this is how we get into our first story, which is so awesome.
Archery?
Archery.
Okay.
I did archery. Did you do archery at camp?
I didn't, but there's some days here and now.
So
I'm
like, who's that over there?
I'm learn how to.
Yeah, exactly.
But I've always wanted to try it though. So I talked to Lesley about trying it out, and she actually took us up on the offer too. So have you heard all the people? All of a sudden, they're starting to take.
They're talking about because of the Hunger Games, right?
Exactly. The Hunger Games movies. You know, everybody's been talking about that a lot too. And if you've seen it, you know that archery is still a skill that really becomes a lifesaver, at least in the movies.
Yeah. So we sent Lesley out to give it a try to see if people could even learn in this day and age how to do archery. It's this week's Lesley Tries It Out.
In the Hunger Games, Jennifer Lawrence plays a skilled archer, but she actually learned it all right before filming, so I thought it'd be fun to try out. I'm gonna head inside Queen's Archery for my first lesson. Hi, Al, how you doing?
Hey, Lesley, how you doing?
Okay,
nice
you have the bows, arrows already? Jeez.
I do. I have everything all ready for you.
Now, with the Hunger Games, have you found more people coming in here?
We do see a lot of interest since they've seen it on the big screen. Now they want to know more about it. Archery is so simple to understand and to do that that's what becomes the addiction of the sport. It's so simple, but impossible to achieve perfection. This is called a compound bow. This is shot by using a trigger release. This is not what you saw in the Hunger Games.
No.
This is more modern, and actually, this is more common today than the actual plain bow. Plain bow, or what we call a recurve bow, is more of what you saw in the Hunger Games. And actually, this is a little bit more difficult to learn on and a little bit more difficult to shoot. So we only allow people to do this if they want that extra challenge.
I think I'll go, you know what, let's start easy.
To start with?
Yeah.
Okay,
I need all the help I can get.
A lot of people are very relieved when we take this walk up. This is where we actually start from. Pull the arrow, cross it over your hand, putting the back of the arrow onto the string first. And click, and onto the arrow rest. And then let go. It stays by itself. At this point now, you'll put the trigger release on, and then move your finger to the back. Now you raise your bow arm up, making sure that your arm is bent sideways. When you pull back, this knuckle will go behind your jaw, against your neck, against your neck, against your neck. Move your face forward, right there.
Oh, wow.
Nose on the string. Close your right eye, because you're left-handed.
Oh.
Beautiful shot. That was a perfect shot. You see?
Much better.
It's one of the few sports that a woman can do equal to a man. In fact, my wife tells me that women would be better at archery than men because they have the power of concentration.
I like your wife.
So we do have a lot of women coming in, definitely, definitely.
And how long have you been doing this for?
I've been shooting for 50 years.
Wow, you know your stuff.
Well, I know archery.
All right, I have 3 in, I need to do a lot more. Yeah, right, look at your teaser.
You see?
Was it 6 arrows? Close enough, a bullseye.
That is a bullseye. You have learned the basics of archery, and they'll stick with you for the rest of your life.
Well, thank you so much, Al. I had a good time. You know what, next time I'm starting at this line.
That's a deal.
Fair.
You come back with your form, you could start from this line and get all bullseyes.
Great. Great.
The women concentrate more, she said, apparently.
They were in Queens, New York. I don't know if you've ever been to Queens, New York,
yes,
but it's not the kind of place you imagine finding an archery range.
That's so wrong of you to say that.
It really is.
There's a lot of stuff in Queens that you just don't know about. You're just little hidden treasures.
It's the kind of place you imagine like a death sport like the Hunger Games happening, but it's not necessarily. I'm sorry, all of our Queens viewers are just going to write hate mail now. So we want to know, what do you guys think of archery? You folks at home. We asked this on our Facebook page. If anybody does it either for fun or for sport, here's some of the responses.
And even if you live in Queens, right?
Yeah.
All right, Kimberly said, I did it the whole time growing up. Our whole family would go almost every weekend to tournaments. So much fun. Like that.
Amy said, I gave my son a bow for Christmas this past year. We have fun shooting at bales of hay in the backyard. And if you have bales of hay in the backyard, you probably don't live in Queens. You probably don't.
Not.
So archery, fun sport.
It is fun sport. I just want to do it just because you're a bad woman if you can
I
do
know
that,
a couple,
you know?
and this was, some couples' activity is they go to movies, some couples' activity is they, I don't know, they go hiking. This couple went bow hunting. They literally did. They had a ranch, they went bow hunting, they killed boars and ate them. And when you saw them, like he goes to work in a suit and she's a very proper businesswoman. And then on the weekends, it looks like an apocalypse movie where they're hunting and feeding themselves.
Surprise, right? I like that though, a little surprise.